This channel supports Extra Life in its efforts to raise money for the Children's Miracle Network. For more information about how to donate and join in their efforts, go to the link displayed here. Extra Life. Play games, heal kids. What up, everybody? This is your boy Black Magus, and this channel update, I know I've been doing a lot of these lately. Apologies for oversaturating you guys with that, but lots been going on, and I just want to keep you guys up to date on things that are going on with the channel and why certain stuff has been happening, things like that, because I guess I feel like I kind of owe it to my regulars to keep them abreast of what's going on, especially when it comes to stuff like the comment section. Of late, I haven't really taken the time to go through my comments. Gosh, it's been at least 4 or 5 days since I responded to a comment, because I've been just going. Actually, I'm actually looking at the comment section right now. Been damn near a week since I responded to some people, and I apologize for that. I've just been so busy. It's like I've been doing the videos when I had the time, going ahead, editing them, putting them up, scheduling them to appear and all that, and then trying to take care of a bunch of personal stuff, on top of trying to work out some other things, other projects that I want to do for YouTube. I am about to do the Q&A. It'll be the first one. I didn't get that many questions, but that's cool. I got enough to just like start it off. Hopefully that'll draw some attention, and then it'll encourage people to ask more questions. So Pharaoh, Kareem, don't worry, I got y'all. I got your questions. I'm gonna take care of that in a little while. Fit that into my crazy life schedule right now. By the way, I might could just go through right now and answer some of the questions. Like, I love Mr. T-Tech's response to the PlayStation update thing, because in that video I was talking about how back in the day when we wanted to continue a game, but there was no such thing as even save files or, you know, memory disk or anything like that. Old school, we had to leave our shit on all day. We get up in the morning, might play something before school, and then leave the house and leave it on, or we be playing late at night and then we gotta go to sleep. We just leave that shit on so we wake up in the morning and we can like unpause the game and play it. He was talking about how he did that shit for NBA Live with the PS1. Like, that's crazy. You leave it on, go to school, come back. Oh man, that had to be that had to been wild. Because I remember always feeling like, damn, I just hope my system won't heat up. Damn, I hope the power don't go out. You just be sitting there like your mind ain't even on what it needs to be on. You're worried about losing that game on your system. So yeah, that comment took me back. Elliot, don't feel old about the Fleet thing. I feel old about it too. And yeah, 16 is a good starting point. If you're going to do a lot of Photoshop editing on your PC, up your memory, people. Up your memory. Don't sit here. I mean, as long as you have a good processor, you do not, I repeat, you do not have to necessarily have the latest and greatest graphics card. Get a good graphics card. Make sure you have at least 16 gigs of memory, and make sure that your processor is above what you need to do to video edit, because you want to have something that'll help power it through so you can do other things. That's just how I look at it. And yes, we are in the self-publishing age, Elliot. I love the comment about Dirty Playground by Wolf on that drunken rant. I be saying some crazy shit in my drunken rants, y'all. If I offend anybody, I apologize. It's not meant to offend. It's just my mind goes on weird tangents, and I just say what's on my mind. You know what they say, alcohol is like truth serum somewhat. Although I say crazy shit sober too, so, you know. But no, I'm not trying to offend anybody. And yes, they didn't have to have Noah die like that, Tech. That was fucked up. And yes, Tay, Gabe did forget who saved him. Fuck that motherfucker. God damn it. Gabriel, man, that episode of Walking Dead pissed me the fuck off. Cosmo, thank you for the comment. Mr. Beef, I agree. I'm cool with it. But when it gets annoying, yes, people with the donation can be very, very annoying. It's funny because when on the donation thing, I saw somebody last night get over $1,000 in donation just because he was good at a game and he wasn't begging for it. That's the crazy thing about donations on Twitch. That I just don't understand. People were just willing. This dude was like, he's working on getting money. He was just talking, and people were like, yo, I'm gonna play with you on PlayStation 4 because he's only on Xbox. And this one dude was like, yo, you need to get a PS4 so I can play with you. And he was like, yeah, I'm working on it. I'm just saving up the money now. I plan on buying one soon. This motherfucker donated the money for him to get a fucking PS4. I'm like, what? Are you serious? Ah, man. I mean, and his reaction was classic because he was playing the game, he was getting drunk, so that kind of brought it out even more. He started crying. He just didn't know what to do because he was like, yo, y'all are crazy for doing this, because that one particular dude actually ended up donating almost $1,000 by himself. So he probably banked a good $1,200 to $1,500 in a couple of hours, and it's just a crazy phenomenon. Yeah, this channel update's gonna be long because I've turned it from a channel update into a comment answering section, which I think is cool because I need to address this for you guys. Like I said, I've been busy and I don't want to make you guys feel like I'm not paying attention, because that's one of the biggest things that keeps me doing this YouTube thing, the whole interaction between you guys. It's really, really cool. I like the conversation, so let me keep this rolling. Dormiel said, I hope to see the podcast back soon. Yeah, it should be back for WrestleMania. I think we're going to be all straight for WrestleMania. The major stuff is probably starting to settle down for both me and Pete. And again, we really appreciate you guys. We seriously appreciate your guys' support on the podcast. I'm going to keep doing some videos in between to keep things flowing on the wrestling side. So once we get back to the podcast, I hopefully won't lose you guys. Yeah. Let's see. On the whole, the tag team argument about London and yeah, I understand the whole the split brand thing. I'm not like Tay. I'm not really arguing the fact that they should have. I guess I'm not really arguing the fact that they should have held him. More than I'm kind of just dumbfounded at the fact that they are the ones who stand above all in history. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, it's like you go back into the Jordan era where you had the Birds, the Magic, and stuff like that, and you find out like the person who scored the most points at the time that Jordan played was just some person who you really didn't hear about. You know what I mean? It's like somebody, like it's like you find out something like Detlef Schrempf won the most scoring titles during the Jordan era, or something like that. We know that's not true, but that's how it feels to me. Because again, you've had so many other people who probably could have put there, or people before them that you would have thought would have held this record, but they're the ones who got it. You know what I mean? That's the only thing about that right there. To be honest, I haven't watched WWE in 3 or 4 weeks. Yeah, you're not missing anything. You missed some Wiz Khalifa. You missed some Jon Stewart. I will say this: there were a couple of things that were noteworthy, and you can just Google the whole Bray Wyatt promo last week with the Undertaker not showing up, but his presence being there with the burning chair. Of course, you missed some hell of great promos by Paul Heyman, but that's like a weekly thing. You can pretty much bank that anytime Paul Heyman shows up, you're gonna get something great. So you're not gonna miss a good show in that regard. And I guess the other highlight was Randy Orton finally going the fuck off on Seth Rollins. That was pretty cool, even though I'm not a big Randy Orton fan. a fan. I thought that was pretty cool, him finally getting his hands on them. Other than that, bullshit. I look at it as tipping waiters. I like that. I plan on streaming, and I said 50% of whatever I get goes back into the community. That's a cool thing. That reminds me of something that the dude who last night got all the money said. He was like, you know what? A friend of mine's, what he does is he always takes 10% of any donations, and he immediately donates it to charity. And he was like, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to take part of this. I'll get the PS4 because you gave me the money to get it. But out of all the extra money, it's going, a good amount of it's going to charity. And I thought that was really, really cool. And I think that's a cool thing, too. When I stream, I usually highlight my Extra Life charity. I don't think I've ever gotten personal tips, but I haven't streamed in such a long time. I need to get back on that, seriously. But that's always a good thing, giving back to the community. This game looks so polished. Talking about Final Fantasy 15. My God, that shit's fucking ridiculous. Great. To Nightmare FT3S. You're welcome. Glad I was able to help. The Turtle Beach videos that I did for the PX4 seem to be doing really well, giving people a lot of insight. And I'm glad some of my tech videos have been able to help people and give them insight. Jay Blaze, great first impressions video. Yeah, he's talking about Final Fantasy Type 0. Yeah, a lot of us didn't know about this. I mean, the fact that it's Final Fantasy Type 0 has a weird history because it's supposed to be one of the games that's a part of the whole, I forget the exact name of it, but the whole Final Fantasy 13 universe. It was supposed to be a trilogy of games. It's supposed to be Final Fantasy 13, Final Fantasy 13 Versus, and Final Fantasy Agito, which became Final Fantasy Type 0. And the funny thing that I found out the other day after I did this video was that this was intentionally supposed to be a mobile game that eventually, not when I say mobile I mean a phone game that eventually got worked up to a PSP game, and now it's been ported over to the PS4 and Xbox One, which is pretty interesting to hit road for that game right there. But it's a cool game. Dog Whisperer, I have Harvard upsetting North Carolina. I honestly don't put that out of the realm of possibility, for real. I really don't. North Carolina is very shaky this year. The Ivy League teams, now and then there's always that one that does some craziness like that. So that wouldn't surprise me at all. Wolf called this game being amazing. You were right. Final Fantasy 15 is the shit. And I have caught up on all my comments. So sorry you guys for making this updated comment response section, but I did want to respond to you guys, so hopefully I caught everybody and I didn't miss anything. If I did, call me out for it and I will apologize and address your comment as soon as possible. By the way, again, Karim, I saw your questions. I'm not going to answer them here because I'm doing a Q&A video, so. And I think that's it for the comments. Now, as I said, I will be doing a Q&A video, so that's part of the update. On top of that, I found my partner for the podcast I want to do. It's probably not going to be hosted on this channel. I'm going to try to make it an audio only thing, maybe get it up on iTunes or something like that. I may come up with another YouTube channel to post that. Also, I've been dancing around with the idea of a secondary YouTube channel dedicated to the content that I do here, and possibly using that to host the commentaries about life, drunken rants, all the personal stuff, and then just leaving gaming stuff on here. Probably won't do it, but it was a thought that I was entertaining. Other than those two big elements, the podcast that's going to be coming up, I'm doing a lot of podcasts lately, aren't I? Yeah, I am. By the way, check out J Will's Sports Podcast if you can. If I can remember all of this, because it's been, again, it's hectic times right now, so sometimes I forget stuff. I'll put his link in the description for his podcast for the sports. Of course, you guys know about the Sharpshooting Podcast. It is coming back. Don't worry, that's going to be here. So check it out. I'm on Abel Green's podcast, so that's another one. And if you see this video, Prodigy, I need to speak with you about your podcast, because I know you were supposed to do something and I was supposed to help you out with it, and I apologize. I just completely lost track of time and things, and I should be more on it like that, because I definitely want to see your thing grow and be successful as well. So if I can help in any way, more than glad to do it. But yeah, that's the going ons with this channel, and all of that. Definitely will be seeing more commentaries, more drunk rants. I may start up WWE again. 2K15, my career. Just frustrating, the whole difficulty thing, how they do that and ramp it up like that. I think that's very cheap and cheesy. It's a very cheap and cheesy way to derail you somewhat. But anyway, and this other stuff that I'm gonna be putting my hands on, hopefully. But anyway, I'm done with this. 16 minutes is long enough for you guys, I think. So as always, feel free to hit me up. Let me know what you think, and I'll holler at you later. This your boy Black Megas, and I'm out. Deuces.